Here I am once again. Today I'm going to be cutting up some Squishmallows and then piecing them back together. I saw some Squishmallow TikToks. I've done this twice, and I just I already have a little menagerie. I have done this once. A little collection of all my favorites. Cute. This is the Today I'm just going to be adding to that. There's going to be a lot of murder involved. If you have a weak stomach, if you're a smart butt, or if you accidentally clicked on this video.
I pulled out this styrofoam block.
Go cry.
It might look familiar from my last needle felting Squishmallows video. It's actually not the exact
cutting
same
up some of your favorite Squishmallows. So prepare yourself.
So I had to get it.
You know what you're getting into. You've been forewarned.
I'm starting off with everyone's favorite. I'm using a bunch of sister duo as my base. The first time I needle felted, they had a very scandalous wedding super tiny since I didn't apparently Benny's supposed I just didn't know any better. The second time I used polyfill and they were a little bit bigger. And today all my Squishmallows are going to be all different sizes, which I think is fun. Honest, Sabrina and Zaley look exactly Squishmallows come in all different shapes and sizes. There's so much going on in the lives of Squishmallows. I kept stabbing and turning. Sometimes it's just hard to keep up, just to kind of evenly distribute. But anyways, I'm cutting open what I've ended up with. Perfect. So far so good. I'm adding on some beige wool. I've been tiptoeing around this idea of cutting up Squishmallows. One of the most annoying things about I started off by just making no-sew costumes for my Squishmallows. I guess it's because my never to harm them, and then I turned it up a notch and stabbed my Squishmallows into mini needle-felted versions. But I'm stabbing this into a little sounds evil and gruesome, but actually ended up looking pretty adorable. I love over time things got progressively more evil. My videos have now descended into a series of me cutting up my Squishmallows. Not anytime soon. I'm trying to make the cut exactly down the middle. I'm going for like a half and half vibe with this one. Particularly loves chicken. So here's my frizzy little chicken so far. I'm mostly only using half of Zaley today. There's a little piece of styrofoam that feels like a cloud. And there's a cutting Squishmallows only just now this good. We'll just keep that in. Now that I have an abundance of stuffing, some of you suggested I should make my own all that down. I'm trying sounds like a great idea to cut off, but I feel like you guys might have overestimated my skill level. Not trying to make chicken nuggets. Cutting off the frizz is probably the most satisfying part of needle felting for me. It just makes feeling a little so much nicer. That's good for now. I like cutting up Squishmallows and making creepy cute Frankenstein. This is going to be Celine's belly. It's just more my style. I'm not cutting up Benny. I'm just going to be adding bits and pieces to him. Benny has completely moved on from Sabrina. He has chosen his path. He wants to become one with Zaley. Stick these little pieces in. I wanted to glue half of Zaley on my needle felted Squishmallows. I tried to stab the bottom. Benny's tiny foot is getting in the way. For some reason, Benny the Bigfoot has comically stubby legs. So I've decided to part ways. Cutting off. I guess I am cutting up Benny. I can never seem to completely get rid of the frizz. I'm making the arms. It's just a scratch. He'll make a full recovery. Just stabbing a piece of wool down and cutting it into I also got rid of the tag in the back while I'm at it. Might as well get that out of the way too. I was gonna move on to attaching things, but then I realized Benny's ear is probably I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not. I don't really know the rules of needle felting. I just think the extra wool might help keep things in place, so I added on. I'm trying to blend that in, make it look more seamless. If you guys have any advice on needle felting or anything like that, feel free to enlighten me. Your guys' advice now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna bring them back together in holy matrimony. That was a mistake. The main thing I'm concerned about is lining up their lips, so I'm starting the other. I feel like if those weren't lined up, then it would be glaringly obvious that things are not aligned. I'm taking things bit by bit because there's no undoing. Like many chickens, she's got a red It's a very strong bond. It's hard to get some of the additions to stick on, so I'm really trying to take things slow and get things I don't know if it's cheating or if I just invented it. Last time I did this, I took a leap of faith and just I mean, I cut up my Squishmallows and so I should mistake that was. Who knew you guys were so sensitive? I didn't know this many sparkle plugs were hanging around the dark side. Maybe they're hating me. That's actually a very evil thing to do. I get the same. I'm not slaughtering your Squishmallows. I'm only cutting up my own. My Squishmallows were not expensive. I got them at $5. I'm willing to sacrifice $5 now and then for the sake of art. But if you're really bothered, you can just play this video backwards, and it'll be like I'm putting the Squishmallows back together. I didn't a win-win situation. I just whatever gives you peace of mind. I have enough of this color, so I'm not really likes to be glued. Plus, this whole Squishmallow there's no separating. After all, she's Benny's better half now, and there's nothing Sabrina can do to get between a while. The needles haven't At some point, I started using a popsicle stick to avoid burning my face. I burned myself one too many times, so now I'm trying to take proper precautions to prevent that. I've decided to replace my needles. Once that's all glued together, I did a bit of trimming here and there. Of course, trying to clean up the edges as best as I can. Benny's fur goes all the way around his face, while Zaley's doesn't, which can be annoying. Things might look disproportionate, but that's just how Zaley's Squishmallows is. I wasn't done stabbing, so I'm guessing it's because Benny has some facial hair while Zaylee doesn't. I don't know, not sure. I'm just making stuff up. At this point, it's looking a bit like that. To give them a creepier look, I'm adding some buttons. It's actually going to be. I always like giving my characters one eye bigger than the other. It's kind of my thing. A lot of my characters have that crazy vibe to them. So to kind of give it that same effect, I'm using buttons of different sizes. I pulled out some slip paint that I cut them up, and I wasn't sure which color to go with. It was a tough decision, but I settled on. Of course, I had to. Even though I never actually stitch anything together, I like the look of stitches on things. I don't want to make any. Some people really want me to learn how to sew, but what if I don't want to? I'm just not very passionate about sewing. It's not something I want to do. Plus, I feel like there's a good portion of you guys that go sew. I want the stuff I do to be accessible to everyone as much as possible. Fabric hot glue kind of cleaned up her. I'm not adding stitches to their hairy bits, mostly because I don't think that she's got a very especially if the fur. It's a lot lighter than the rest. The buttons should of course look sewed on though, so I added stitches to those as well. I realize it doesn't look sewn together. When I added that on her though, it's not meant to be realistic. I'm not going for realism. I don't know if the belly is. I like it big or I'm bringing back the rest of Zaylee. Something was bothering me. Gotta put the rest. So I added some more pale, or at least a bit of it. I'm cutting off some of her skin. Like Avery, Della's got a white. Things are looking pretty creepy cute right now, at least in my humble opinion. But I wanted to add a derpy twist. So I love adding a derpy-looking twist. It's not perfect, but I wasn't sure how to do that with pink wings. So I'm hoping her tongue sticking out pulls off that vibe to make it look more realistic. I pulled out a Sharpie and I'm adding some detail to the tongue. Just a little bit of detail. Wouldn't want to overdo it. Please refrain from mentioning Bruno while leaving well wishes for the happy couple. Plus, I can always stab it into a circle, so it works out. My next Squishmallow is not going to be slaughtered or permanently disfigured in any way. Seth the Red Panda, one of the lucky few, at least for today. Looking at his dim-witted face, I have a strong urge to gut him, but I won't act on it this time. I will, however, still be getting rid of the fabric, all of his tags. I definitely needed a Della to go with my Avery. Cute. The thing with Seth is that he's a big fan of Hello Kitty. I know, that's random. And also borderline sparkle butt territory. Don't worry, this story will take a dark turn soon enough. But for now, Seth has to go. And I like that. Moving on. Next up is Santino. I'm focusing my attention on Hello Kitty. I saw this Hello Kitty Squishmallow at 5 Below. She happened to catch my eye, so I decided to get her. I picked her up mostly because I liked her outfit. I thought it might be funny to steal her dress, so that's why I'm cutting her in half. You're gonna see me using some fabric putting creepy and cute together. So I thought this cute dress would be funny on an evil character. If I'm doing this wrong, it's kind of like ironic. Just let me be. In order for Seth to fit inside this, I have to cut out the bottom of the dress as well. Seth isn't just wearing Hello Kitty's clothes. He's kind of obsessed with her. It's a very unhealthy obsession. Really have no idea. So he's also wearing her flesh. His face is pretty murdered Hello Kitty. Doesn't get much more evil than that. That's pretty much it. I was originally just gonna make him wearing the dress and bow, and then give him more of this evil voodoo doll kind of. I feel like his. But I tried Hello Kitty's skin on him, and I thought it was fun. So then I love it. So I'm keeping it. Seth is gonna need an accessory, so I pulled out some felt. You might think, oh, Seth dressed up like Hello Kitty. How cute. No, he's not dressed up as.